Hey, my name is Cullen. That's my 1978 Chris Craft Corinthian. We made it through the storm so far. A lot of places were hit very hard by Hurricane Ian, and it seems like a lot more people are going to be impacted as it has just rebuilt into a Category 1 hurricane in the Atlantic and will likely make landfall in South Carolina. Second landfall for this storm. It's a crazy storm. Jacksonville, thankfully, was not very affected. Biggest thing, honestly, is the temperature. It was like 95 just 3-4 days ago, and now it's in the 50s. This is just bizarre to me. But yeah, this boat did great. I took some video last night as I was just keeping watch as the bulk of the storm went through. So check that out. We are going to be just fine. So it's about 1 o'clock in the morning, Thursday. That's the front of the boat. Maybe you can see. No, you can't see a single thing that way. So I'm just going to talk this way. But we're getting very, very sporadic rain. Well, I wouldn't say sporadic. It is very predictable. It's cyclical, I would say, not sporadic. But every minute, 2 minutes, there's a band of rain that comes through. And you can hear it. And a lot of wind at the same time. And that's pretty much what Ian's doing right now at this point in time to Jacksonville. Tomorrow is going to be very interesting. It's looking so first of all, it hit the Gulf Coast of Florida and Fort Myers with incredible force, Category 4 hurricane, but it quickly died down to a Category 1. It was disrupted by land, but it kept on going to the northeast. So if you go far enough northeast in the right direction, then it would get to Jacksonville, which is where I am. But it looks like it's going a little bit more that way, which is Daytona. And it's going to hit Daytona area-ish at about Category 1, very, 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 very low Category 1, most likely high tropical storm strength. So it's going to be obviously a big storm, but it's not going to be as devastating as it was on the Gulf Coast. Luckily, it seems like Jacksonville is mostly safe. It's just going to be a little bit of banding rain and wind, but I have this very well tied down. I have both forward and aft spring lines on each side, 2 on the bow and 2 on the aft. So that's 6. Oh, it's funny that I said that right as we had an event there. That was the rub rail of the boat rubbing up against one of these wooden posts. I have put fenders on that side because that's the side the boat is favoring right now. But every now and then the fenders get pushed out of the way and the rub rail of the boat is able to rub against one of those. So it's not bad at all. It just made a lot of noise, but it's funny that it happened when it did. We're gonna be fine here in Jacksonville, barring any kind of freak incident where it might change course to the north or miraculously strengthen over land, which I don't even think has ever happened before. We're going to be just fine, at least from this storm. But we're prepared for the absolute worst, which is the best way to do it. You want to be prepared, not taken by surprise. Okay, so you can probably hear me. The rain and the bands of wind and just percussiveness have passed. But now we're dealing with super high water. It's still not extremely high or anything to worry about at all. I'm assuming that means the storm has gotten to the point where it's rotating in a way that pushes water down the St. John's, and that's what we're starting to see. So even though the first punch of the storm is gone, that punch of water down the St. John's River is going to be serious here. Like some of these boats, there's one down there that it can be folded down, but for whatever reason they did not fold that part down. That could get seriously mangled if the water raises high enough. And obviously the rain and the wind are not gone, but it just seems like they might be at their peak-ish. Now there is actually a second part of the storm as the hurricane pushes water into the St. Johns River. The water level will rise. So we still might see some storm surge here in the next 12, 15 hours. But for the most part, we'll be fine. We have plenty of room, and these lines are able to go up and down. So I'm going to stay on the boat and protect it. But yeah, we got lucky. A lot of areas didn't. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all sometime soon.